Today on Happiest Places Home, we're exploring methods to choose paint colors, paint palettes, and to make sure that your selections really reflect you and your family. In this video, interior designer secrets are revealed. Let's get to it. The highest ticket items in our homes would really dictate the beginning of the selections of your paint color and your palette. Floors, countertops, and cabinets would influence a color palette for sure. Using this brand new kitchen as an example, you see we have black, white, and we can consider the stainless steel appliances a shade of gray. Beyond that, there's a brown tone on the floor. We have a really neutral palette here, so a lot of things could work with this. Alternatively, with the green kitchen trend, it doesn't leave you a lot of options for the walls in an open concept space. So I'm putting two examples of colors that I think would flow well if your dining area and your living room were connected to this kitchen. The white is the ever popular Chantilly lace, and the camel color is by Behr, and it's called Oxford Street. If you have expensive furniture or art, that would also influence your paint colors. But whether you do have expensive art or just pieces that you know you're keeping because you love them, let's work with those. Let's imagine that this is a cherished piece. So we could draw from this artwork and paint the wall navy. We also could use the slate color, or there's a very cool white, almost a light gray. And having nothing to do with paint color, you may want to have a little bit of a gold splash in some of your accessories. Let's reveal an interior designer trick. Color palettes can be inspired by artwork even if the client doesn't own it. In this piece, the tan camel color of the crown, even though it's supposed to be gold, but I would call it tan, and the red and the yellow and the butterfly, they all work very well together. And then there's a cream in the background. It also contains white, but I wouldn't use that. It looks like the other colors flow much better together. And there's a palette. Interior designers also use rugs as an inspiration to create a color palette. This is especially done if the client owns an expensive rug. But what I'm saying is you can put a palette together if you're a bit stumped by just looking at a rug that you like. Even if you're not buying it, you can browse and get ideas and just figure out what looks good to you. Noticing the colors of the wardrobe of a client is another way to find palettes. If your client loves neutral, then they may be interested in having neutral in their home. On the other hand, if they wear a lot of color, you could use this as an inspiration to create a design. So here's an example. Let's say this outfit is one of your faves and it's in your closet. You could take a look at it and think, well, I could go the easy route and do gray and cream together. Or what about camel and cream? And another safe color is this gray. So adding those three together, it would be very pretty. But if you like this outfit, you're probably interested in color. So a nice combination is this peach, cream, and gray. They'll look really nice together. And I'm not saying paint 3 different walls those colors. It's leading, say, one room in one color, leading you to another in another color, and they'll work well together. They won't clash. The mint color would also look really nice with the cream and the gray. Interior designers make a note of your most beloved clothing items. If they see you wearing them a lot, then they'll know that that should be an inspiration for your palette. Noting that sometimes taking a bold color and using it in furniture that's not that expensive or throw pillows is a good way to incorporate it while everything else is a bit more neutral. Another trick is to use your eye color and your skin tone as a guide. You want to look good in your room, and some people don't look very good in a light cream. This is a good example of that. The woman's face and eyes pop with the blue. And here, the outfit on the left looks so chic, but her skin tone looks much more lovely with the blue and with the color on the right. Scarves are a great inspiration for color palettes, and if you have a favorite one, maybe consider that. The blue and the camel and the cream on these earrings look great together, and it might have been something that we didn't think of. Movie and TV sets can be a great inspiration for color. I think the father's penthouse in the show The Undoing inspired a lot of green walls. Here's another interior designer secret. Our eyes are trained to see the bottom of a landscape as the darkest, and the middle, somewhere in the middle, and then the top is the lightest. Although the rule is often broken, this is the model for how you design a room. So the floor should be the darkest, the walls are a bit lighter than the floor, and then the ceiling is the lightest. This brings us to my advice about how to paint your ceiling. Let's say you're choosing the darkest color on a paint chip. You'll want to go 3 rungs up and paint the ceiling that color. Same goes for this one. You'll go up 3. Sometimes it starts to get complicated at the top. That's fine. But once you get to the top, you're really taking a look at the second color and then the very top. Or if it's the third, you'll probably go right to the very top. To reiterate, if you are on the bottom color, you'll go up 3 rungs, there another 3, and with this color, it should be another 3, but it could be either of these two. And then on this one, you would probably go all the way to the top, and like I said before, just go right to the top on your last 3. It's the same rule of thumb for all of the color families. And the reason that we're doing this is to not have that stark contrast between the wall and the ceiling. When you paint a ceiling white, it does make it look like the roof is caving in on you. There are some paint chips where this actually won't work, and I'm giving you an example here. The bottom color is not mixing with that third color up, so I would just go 2 up. You just are using your best judgment and your eye. You'll know what to do. Here I'm introducing to you a nice color for a wall and then the complementary color for the ceiling. Same goes for these other 2. When we introduce a white paint chip, I think you'd agree with me that it just doesn't match these colors, and that's why you stay in the same family. If you're considering going with a shade of white, I'd invite you to take a look at my video comparing white paint colors. It will be linked in the description and on a card at the end of the video. The color combination in some homes surprised me, and somehow they look nice together. You have to wonder where the inspiration came from. Maybe it was from a piece of art, a rug, a wardrobe, or even nature. I hope you found some of these tips helpful, and thank you for watching Happiest Places Home. If you like the content here, please like, share, and subscribe.